Hey everyone, thank you for listening to the Pain and Panic Trip Planning Podcast. My name is Haley Ragsdale and I'm here with my brother, Owen Rutterer.
Hey guys.
We're a sibling duo who loves everything Disney, especially the theme parks. I'm a travel agent affiliated with Academy Travel and would love to help you plan your next Disney vacation. You can reach out to me at Haley.Ragsdale@academytravel.com to start planning your next dream vacation at Walt Disney World, Disneyland, Universal, Adventures by Disney, Disney Cruise Line, and so much more. All right, so before we get into the meat of our episode today, which we are going to be ranking our top 10 Disney attractions, which may line up with some of y'all's. They honestly probably won't line up with each other's, so this could get heated. This will be really interesting. But before we get into that, I do want to talk about a little bit of news. I hope you all enjoyed the pin episode last week. Owen's pin talk actually got a lot of likes and views and all sorts of fun things, so he may be doing more pin things in the future, so I guess y'all are welcome.
You guys are welcome. I'll keep them coming.
I do think we need to do, like, next time we do a Disney trip, we need to do, like, a pin hunt where you're, like, trying to find a certain pin or something. Or,
Yeah.
like, you're trying to get all of the ones in
Hidden
a
Mickeys.
mystery pack or something like that. I do think we need to put that on our, like, content list, but...
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay, a couple of big news things. So Disney news. Apparently Walt Disney World, there's chat. I don't know how, like, legitimate this is, but there's rumors that they're working on a potential fifth park. So there was a new planning document from the Central Florida Tourism Oversight District, and it was the Comprehensive Plan of 2045. And it reveals that capacity is reserved for a new major theme park and two minor theme parks at Walt Disney World over the next 2 decades. So they haven't announced anything officially, but by like legal documents and things, it looks like they're working on something.
But they don't expect it to be ready till 2045.
I don't really know how all of that works. I think it's like between now and 2045 is where
Well,
they're like, and that would
hopefully it
be
doesn't.
a major theme park and two minor theme parks. So I don't know what that means,
Hopefully it
but
doesn't take till 45 to get at least one of them because you'd be 50 years old.
oh my gosh, why you gotta do that? That's so rude. Oh
just
my
being
god,
just being
that's
logical here.
crazy. Like, I'm gonna die before I see all of the Disney parks.
Hopefully you
Not
don't
that I'm
die at 50 years old.
not
Let's
that
let's
I'm
hope.
gonna not that I'm gonna die at 50, but you know what I mean? Like, they're gonna continue expanding after that, and like
Yeah.
there's gonna be certain things I never see. I never like that's never been a thing in my brain until just now. Thanks a lot, Owen.
Well, all I said was you were going to be 50. I didn't say all that extra.
Ugh, that's so depressing. Other news. Hollywood Studios has extended evening hours in August that they just announced. So that's exciting because I'm still trying to convince my husband to go in August. So that's one of our favorite parks. Test track reimagining. So previews for the reimagined test track at Epcot have actually started with the cast members, which is ahead of its confirmed July reopening date. So hopefully it's reopening real soon. Another fun little thing going on right now on Disney Plus. Frozen, the hit Broadway musical, is streaming. So you can actually see a recording of the Broadway musical of Frozen on Disney Plus right now. Haven't watched it yet, but I am excited to. Universal news. Future expansion. Universal has already filed permits. So I guess it's like permit filing time or something. I don't know. But Universal filed permits for what's called Project 915, so 915, for a first expansion to Epic Universe with a new building construction and site preparation underway. This is rumored to be a multi-purpose soundstage or theater.
Interesting.
So I guess it's just everybody getting permits to like build stuff, but nobody's like really nailed down what they're doing. I do know, have we talked about the gate at Epic Universe?
I don't think so.
So the gate at Epic Universe has like little circles and it's got like Nintendo World, Isla Burke, all that kind of stuff. And there's 2 empty ones. And if you look at a park map, in the 2 spaces, like where there are the empty holes on the gate, is where there's empty spots that they can expand in Epic Universe. Like if you look at it like gate next to the map.
Yeah.
Which means there's they're probably going to add 2 more like universes to Epic Universe.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah, right. I don't know what it could be though. Like a part of me thinks it could be like Legend of Zelda, but I don't know if they just add that on to Nintendo World.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like that would just be an extension of Nintendo World, but who knows? I mean, I hope it's not another Harry Potter though.
I doubt it. I feel like they do one Harry Potter in each like park, so I doubt they would add another one. But
You
you never
know, you know what movie me and Hannah watched yesterday that
know.
made me cry almost the entire time was Rise of the Guardians. That movie
Oh,
is so awesome. I would
with Jack
love to see,
Frost.
yeah, I would love to see them. Maybe for like a holiday drop, they would do a Rise of the Guardians themed universe where it's like, little sections of each holiday.
Yeah,
And it could be like, oh, experience Christmas, Easter, year round, woohoo, you know?
yeah. No, that would be cool. I feel like okay, so I've heard rumors that it could be Wicked. I don't know if it's actually going to be Wicked though. I don't feel like
Oh, I
it's a
hope
big
not.
enough fan base to be Wicked, but
Yeah.
I don't know. They are talking about how one of the project, like the permits they got, is for like a multi-purpose sound stage or like theater. So I don't know what that means. Um, what was the other one that I heard? Oh, it could be like Shrek or like Despicable Me.
Now, okay, I think the top the top three options would probably be Despicable Me, Shrek, and then I'm thinking Kung Fu Panda.
Oh, it
That would
might
be a
be Kung Fu Panda. They'd be stupid not to do Kung Fu Panda because they don't have
yeah,
him anywhere else. He's in like Shrek and Minions are kind of in the other parks, but
yeah.
Kung Fu Panda is really not anywhere.
That would be a
Uh,
great spot to capitalize on.
and could you imagine at the opening ceremony Jack Black coming out?
Oh yeah,
That would
yeah,
be insane.
yeah. And also, I could imagine them having like the whole temple and having like a whole stage floor where it's like they do the ceremonies and stuff. I feel like
Yeah,
that could be a really cool area in general.
that would
I'm
be
trying
so
to think of
cool.
I'm trying to think of what other like DreamWorks franchises they have. I mean, they're not going to do anything small like Megamind or Monsters
No.
vs. Aliens, although Monsters vs. Aliens would be pretty good.
Yeah, no, I think it's got to be one of their big, like, multi-movie blockbuster kind of deals.
Yeah, it's probably
It's
Shrek,
probably,
Minions, or Kung Fu Panda.
I bet at least one of them's Kung Fu Panda. But they could do something else, like, not necessarily random, but kind of random, like with Dark Universe, for example. That was pretty random.
That was.
Like, it's not an IP, like, I mean, it is IP, but it's not like one singular IP, it's multiple IPs. So
Yeah,
maybe they'll get creative and do something like that.
yeah, I don't know. I mean, I definitely think I was. I don't think any of them were really a surprise for me except for Dark Universe and maybe Celestial, because like Celestial. I
Yeah,
mean, I guess once you think about it, Celestial makes sense, but yeah, I
yeah,
don't know. The other three made total sense. That was
yeah.
not a surprise.
I agree. I agree. Okay. Last thing on news. It is Pride Month. And so Universal
Woo!
is Universal is doing like a bunch of stuff for Pride Month throughout June with merchandise, food, drinks, and they have Love is Universal nights at the Red Coconut Club on Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. So I like
Nice.
their little slogan, like Love is Universal. I think that's really fun. Um, but yeah, that's the last little bit of news. Oh, I do want to talk about the How to Train Your Dragon live action because we went and I was pleasantly surprised. We did only make it through the first hour and 45 minutes because we took Lucas with us. So I was proud of him. He made it an hour and 45 minutes into a movie at a movie theater. Um but it's really good. Like I thought most of the actors did fantastic. I actually really liked Astrid. I know people are mad about her hair, but I'm like I don't really care what her hair looks like. Like
Yeah.
she can be blonde, she can be brunette. I don't really care. I just cared if she did a good job, and I think she did a really good job. Um, the twins, they were the only ones that I was like, I don't love this.
Yeah.
It was just it was fine. It was better than I was expecting, but meh. But other than that, I thought it was fantastic. It was like shot for shot, really, from the original. So
I
I
haven't seen
definitely
it
think it's
yet,
worth it.
but I know.
Go see
Hannah
it.
wants to see it, so maybe we'll go see it tomorrow. We
Do it.
probably I know she's also been wanting to see the live action Stitch, so
Uh,
we'll see.
okay. I haven't heard great things about Stitch, so I say
Oh
go
yeah,
see How to Train Your Dragon.
yeah. It's either Disney or Universal. I guess we'll decide tomorrow.
Oh, we're back. Well, I think the big thing is like Universal was like, hey, we already made a great movie once. Let's just remake it and do it scene for scene. Keep all the fans happy.
Yeah,
Let them see like what looks like real life dragons and call it a day. And like that's what I want from a live action, right? I either want you to do it scene for scene or I want it to be told something totally different, right? Like Maleficent, for example. Okay, that was a live action, not necessarily a remake, like it was something different. Or like the Alice in Wonderland stuff. Like, yes, it
yeah,
was a live action, but it wasn't the same storyline. Don't give
yeah.
me kind of the same storyline, but not really the same storyline. Like, you either need to go scene for scene or totally different. That's my opinion.
I think I agree. I mean, I love the idea of live action remakes in general, just because I think it can give like a whole new realism to like the story, right? Like,
Yeah.
I know this is, well, no, I won't use that as an example, but I don't know. I mean, there are plenty of stories that I'd love to see a live action rendition, especially because a lot of the, with our newly developed CGI over the past couple years, you can do some pretty impressive stuff. That's
Yeah.
why, like, I feel like I was excited for Lilo and Stitch, but
Yeah.
then the only character that I know of that they ended up CGIing is Stitch. Like, they didn't include the big shark guy. I heard, a lot of the main,
Gantu. Gantu.
yeah, Gantu, and then the little skinny alien who dresses up like a woman. They didn't really,
Blinkley!
yeah,
I
they ended up.
know!
So I don't
Yeah,
know. Uh, I'll save any judgment until I see it, but
that's fair. That's fair. Are you ready to get into this?
I think so. I think
This
so.
heated debate? Okay, so
Uh,
we're going to be ranking our top 10 Disney attractions at Walt Disney World. We'll be specific, only at Walt Disney World. Um, we're going to do our top 10. So I think we both have a couple honorable mentions, and then we'll kind of
Yeah.
go 10 to our top. We'll go back and forth. We've done this before, but with, what did we do it with? Characters or something?
We did it with movies
Movies. Yeah, okay, okay. All
and
right.
villains.
Oh, yeah, we did do this. Okay, so, so we've done this before. We're just gonna party on. Um, do you want me to start with some of my honorable mentions?
uh, yeah, I will like to say one thing real quick.
Uh-huh.
In the briefing you had in text, I thought we were doing specifically rides. So I
Uh,
will go ahead and say all of my top 10 have moving components except for my two honorable mentions, which I'll get to. And the reason
okay.
why they're honorable mentions is because they don't have the moving components. But I'll let you go first.
I don't think I put, like, I didn't put any shows or anything. They're all basically rides or ride throughs. So, same
Yeah.
thing. Okay, so I have like a group of honorable mentions, and then I have like a ride honorable mention.
Okay.
So my group of honorable mentions is basically all the like classic attractions. So like I put People Mover, Carousel of Progress, Dumbo, like those ones that like make Disney Disney and bring me joy, teacups, but they're not like if they were in any other park I'd be like, "Oh, this is lame." But because it's Disney, I'm like, "Oh, my heart." And so
Yeah.
included in that, you're going to be really surprised that this isn't in my top 10
It's
is
gonna
Living
be living
with
with the
the Land.
land. At
Because
least it's not in your top 10. At least it's not
I
in your top
love Living with the Land. And I think part of why I love it so much is because it's like the epitome of Epcot, right? Of what like Walt Disney really wanted Epcot to be, where it's this
10.
like ever changing community where we're learning and we're building off of things and we're learning new information about the world around us and things like that. Like that's really what living with the land is. They're growing food in there. You've got fish farms, you've got all sorts of stuff within there that is not only you can ride through and learn about the world, but like also there are scientists and there are people that like work there and are trying to like improve the world and society through that one attraction. So I think that's really why I love that ride so much, because
Yeah.
it's like what Walt Disney wanted from Epcot. And it's just a nice little ride through. I mean, you just sit in that little boat and you're like do for like 20 minutes. It's great.
I still stand on the fact that Living with the Land has the most uncomfortable seats of any ride. Like, really, like, if the seats weren't so uncomfortable, Disney, if you're listening, I would be a Living with the Land stan if you would just fix the seats. They're so bad. They're so uncomfortable. Maybe it's just my butt. Maybe my butt is weirdly shaped and doesn't fit in the seats correctly, but I shouldn't be discriminated against for having a weird butt. Okay, Disney?
Owen just wants like a recliner. That's all he's asking for. A living with the land
Oh,
recliner.
oh my God. If that was the case, oh, top 10 easy. It would be like top 3 easy, honestly. Because that ride really isn't bad. I enjoy seeing all the plants. I enjoy seeing, the tilapia in the tank, who, like they like, what is it? They're self-preserving or whatever.
Yeah.
So I think it's cool. I think it's a cool ride, but it's just so uncomfortable. I just don't enjoy riding it because of that aspect. But
Okay. You want to give one of your honorable mentions? It's kind of a hard word to say.
well, I'm gonna go ahead and throw out both my honorable mentions here.
Okay.
So I'm a big sucker for like the shows and stuff, but I didn't want to put any shows in my top 10 because I didn't feel like they were really rides or attractions necessarily. I mean, they are attractions, but they're not really rides. Um, But my two favorite attractions, two favorite shows are Phil or Magic and Mike's Laugh Floor. Those two are such a good time. I enjoy watching them every single time, even though they're practically the same thing every single time. But they're so cozy, so comfortable, great seats. I love them. So they're getting my honorable mentions.
I agree. I love Filler Magic. I'm not as big of a fan of Monsters Inc. Laugh Floor, but Filler Magic is like Disney. You know, it's got all these different scenes from Disney movies, and it's
Yeah.
just it's in the feels. But it's
Yeah.
not in the 10.
Philhar Magic is a great story, and I love how cool it is in that building. So it's great for a hot day at Magic Kingdom. It's super cozy. Mike's Laugh Floor. I mean, I get that it's like the same thing every time. Wait one second. Chowder's being a butthole. Um. Anyways, uh, Mike's Laugh Floor. I know it's like the same thing every time, but I think it's pretty funny because you have like a different interaction with like a different person every time. And I don't know, I just have some good memories in the laugh floor because it's pretty funny. So
That's fair. It is cool how they're able to use like that technology and stuff to interact with the audience from the
yeah,
screen. I think that's super fun and it's super cool, so that's fair. Okay, I just have one more honorable mention. You're gonna hate me for this. And I kinda don't want to say it with Jack in the room because I feel like he's gonna get mad too.
if it's Dino,
No, no, I don't
oh,
have Dino on there either.
you don't have Dino at all?
No, because it's going away.
That doesn't matter. It's still one of the
I'm not
greatest rides of all
gonna
time.
I was going with current attractions, okay?
It's still current. It's still current. It hasn't left yet. I mean, it's technically gone, but
It's the whole area that it's in is gone. It's just you got to go through like construction walls, I think, to get to it. Okay, so my last honorable mention, because I don't know what it's gonna look like in the next couple months, is Rock and Roller Coaster. Because I don't feel like I can
oh,
give it a spot in top 10 until I hear it with the darn Muppets. Because I'm not looking forward to the Muppets.
I'm not either. I will wait to make any comments on Rock and Roller Coaster, and I bet you know
Okay,
why. It's
that's
because,
fair.
anyways.
That's fair. All right. Do you have any other honorable mentions?
Nope, that's all my. I mean, I'll throw out since I was talking about shows. I'll throw out A Bug's Life. I know it's leaving,
Oh, I
but
love that
it's tough
one.
to be a bug. I love that. I thought it was so funny, and I like how interactive it is. But that's just me. I'm also excited for the Monsters Inc. ride that they're coming out with, but we'll see how that is before I say anything about it. Obviously,
That's insane too. Um. Okay. What's your number 10?
All right. So my number 10 is one of my cozy rides. This is going to be Pirates of the Caribbean. I don't know why, but okay, Mara. Mara,
My
baby.
gosh. I didn't put. I don't have pirates on mine.
Oh, that sucks.
I
But anyways, so yeah,
feel like
number
I've
10.
got pirates and dino.
Number 10 is Pirates. It's just a super cozy ride. Those seats are pretty comfortable. Um, it's just one of those rides where it's like you really enjoy the scenery. It's nice and dark. I can just think about the smell that it has. Like, it's a good ride. And it's going to my top 10 specifically because I think I only have one other cozy ride. I'm a pretty big, like, I like thrill rides, but I also like thrill rides with like a good theme. So you'll see as we go through, they get more themed and more thrill, I'd say. But yeah, Pirates of the Caribbean, just a real cozy ride. I love it.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. I think pirates, just like as soon as you enter the ride, like you said, the smell, it's just like, ah, yes, I'm where I'm supposed to be.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, my number 10. I don't know. I don't even know that I agree with myself on this. I don't know that you'll agree with me on this. It's a very fun ride, but it's so short. So my number 10 is Tron.
Yeah, no, I didn't even make my top 10. It's
I
way too
like
short.
it is, but it's really fun and I love the theming behind it. Like I think that launch in the beginning's good. I think it's a really smooth ride. But yes, it is very short. So then if you have to wait an extended period of time, it's like, was that really worth it? I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, I specifically didn't put that ride in my top 10. Like, it does have great theming and it is a super fun ride, but it's literally like 20 seconds or however
Yeah.
long it is. It's super short. Not
Yeah.
worth it.
No, I totally agree. But I think it's cool and I would love to see them do more things like that, but maybe just a little bit longer.
Yeah,
I kind of did my list based on like things I would wait for, and that's when I would wait for.
that's fair. I think my ride, like I, my list is very much based on like what I just find the most joy out of. So whether that's, actual thrill, nostalgia, comfortability, whatever, whatever that may be, whatever word I just said. But yeah.
What's your number 9?
All right. So number 9 is going to be Rock and Roller Coaster. I will say, I feel like in general, I was struggling a little bit with my list once it got to the end. Like I have, like my top 8 are Die Hard. Those are my favorite rides. I have 8 rides that I absolutely love. And then the other ones, like everything else is like kind of a throw up. Um, like I enjoy every single ride that I ride at Disney World except for Living with the Land. So, but there none of them really blow me away except for the top 8. But Rock and Roller Coaster, I think is one of the most thrilling rides. It's got a really good coaster. I'm just not like I have no connection to Aerosmith in general. Like I don't listen to Aerosmith. I'm not like some big stan for Aerosmith. Um, I honestly think depending on what song they choose for like for the Muppet ride, like if it's Man or Muppet, it'll easily be top 10. Like I'll
I
be so happy.
doubt. I doubt it's gonna be that. It's gonna be something stupid.
Well, then I'm not gonna like it. It probably won't go down in ranking then in that case. But I'm just saying, if it is Man or Muppet, it's got a good chance for me.
I'm
Um,
like really gonna miss the like 3, 2, 1, and then it launches you. Oh, that makes me so
yeah.
happy. And I think that's why I just couldn't put it in my top 10 because I was like, I know that it's going away, and I don't know. It's not gonna be the same.
See, but it's also just like one of your favorite rides of all time. So like, I'm surprised that you would, because like, I mean, obviously, I get what you're saying with, you're wanting to rank current rides, but I just, I don't know. I think you should be able to rank like one of my rides. You'll know is more of like not really current, but anyways,
Yeah.
go ahead with your
Okay.
number.
My number 9 is Toy Story Mania.
Ooh, that's low.
I love that ride.
I'm saying that's low on a list.
Oh, like it should be higher.
Yeah.
I don't know. I really couldn't like. I don't know. I feel good about all my other rankings. Like I love Toy Story Mania, but if I didn't ride it in a day, I'd be okay. You know, all my other ones, like, I kind of have to do. Or it's like one of those things that I know is like a real, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, developmentally, it's like pivotal in how rides are developing. And so I think it's really important in that. Like, well, I'll just talk about that later when I get to a couple of these rides that are
Yeah.
specifically, like, I think they're building blocks toward something even better in the future. But I love Toy Story Mania. I'll kick your butt on Toy Story Mania any day of the week.
Excuse me. I think I've won every time we've played together. So I don't want to hear anything. I don't want to hear any of that smack
Okay,
talk.
but last time we did it, I was like, Owen, let's get all of the little rocket guys so we can make the rocket go. And then I was like, let's do this so that we can make the volcano blow up. And you were like, okay, Haley. And then I'm going for all the like low numbered things, and you're going for all the high numbered things. And then I lost because I was trying to help the both of us so we could beat Mom, and you weren't helping me.
I think we still beat Mom, though.
I think
I
we
don't
did
think
too.
that was a problem.
But
I was focused
still.
on beating you.
Well, we didn't talk about that beforehand.
Why would I give away my plans? I'll talk more about Toy Story Mania a little bit later. A little bit of a
Okay, well, what's your number 8?
my number 8 uh is Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway.
No way,
I
that's my number 8.
Is it really?
Yeah, I thought you were gonna be so mad at me for putting it as my number 8.
No, I mean this ride is fantastic. I know I rank this ride a lot higher than a lot of people, and I'm surprised you even had it on your list because I don't think a lot of people like this ride. Um, I just love the Mickey shorts. Like anytime, like the past 2 or 3 times we went to Disney, you know, the Mickey and like the Mickey shorts run in the rooms. Like you could just watch Mickey shorts all day if you wanted to. So like at night when I'm falling asleep, throw on some Mickey shorts. I love the Mickey shorts, and I love that they made a ride based on that new TV show because it's so great, and I love the style. And they really did a great job making you feel like you're immersed in the TV show. You know what I mean? So hats off to the Mickey and Minnie ride. Honestly, I'm a little sad that I ranked it so low, but like I said, this top 8 are like die hard my favorite rides of all time. So
Think I didn't when I first rode Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, I wasn't a huge fan. And then when I rode it again when I was pregnant, I was like, "Oh, I love this because I can actually ride it." And then I could ride it with Lucas when we took him. So I love that
yeah,
it doesn't have like a height requirement, but it's still kind of a fun, a little bit thrilling ride. Like
yeah,
when it's taking you, you know what I mean? Like, but anyone can ride it. So I think that's really nice. Plus, I love that it's Mickey and Minnie's attraction, right? Because they don't have an attraction other than that. And
yeah,
so it's like I think that was a really good choice on their part to take that space, like that center space where they got rid of the Great Movie Ride because it's really a central point in the park, and making it Mickey and Minnie I think was a smart move on their part. Um
yeah.
it does when she does the little mambo thing, it does make me a little sick, but
Oh, Daisy.
yeah, other than that, I think it's really fun. It's cute. I love that everybody can ride it. So I think it's a solid attraction.
Yeah, I love the like tornado part. I will say the when you're going down the waterfall, that one will make me sick. And you see all the
Yeah.
bubbles rush over the screen, you're like, oh.
Yep. Yep. You're like, oh, game over. This is
But once
horrible.
you're in the water, it's great. And then you have the little dancing bird at the end. So
Oh, yes, I love the little dancing bird. Lucas has his sitting on his bookshelf.
okay,
Okay. What's your number 7?
so my number 7, uh, this would be ranked a little low in Mimi's eyes, but the Tower of Terror. Uh, I love this ride. I think the theming is on point. I think we talked about this whenever we were comparing Universal versus Disney rides. I wish Tower of Terror had a little bit more thrill to it. Um, I just think it doesn't move as much as it could or it should. But overall, like it is a great ride, and I think the theming is on point. Fun fact about Tower of Terror, I actually learned the other day. Did you know that the building itself is exactly 199 feet? And the reason why it's exactly 199 feet is because I don't know if this is in Florida or in general, but buildings, any building over 200 feet has to have one of the blinking red lights on top. And they
Yeah.
didn't want like the blinking red light to take away from the effect of the Tower of Terror. So, fun
Yeah.
little fact for you guys. But yeah, I think theming is great. Has one of my favorite alcoholic drinks outside at a stand, the Frozen in Fear. And yeah, I love the ride, but
Yeah.
I wish it was a little bit more thrilling.
I'll talk more about Tower of Tater. Tower of Tater.
No, Tater. Oh
Tower. It's like Potato Land.
no.
I'll talk more about Tower of Terror later. But my number 7 is the Safari ride.
Okay. I mean, I think
I
so. That's good.
I just think it's fun, and I feel like it's the point of Animal Kingdom, right? Like some people are like, "Oh, Animal Kingdom is just a glorified zoo," and I get that. There are like it is an animal like preservation thing first, and I think that the fact that they keep that in mind is super important because that was really important to Walt Disney.
Yeah.
So I love that you can ride through the safari, and I love that they take such great care of the animals and all that kind of stuff. I feel like it's really the center of what makes Animal Kingdom, and that's why I think that ride is on my list because I think it's so important and fundamental for what makes Animal Kingdom Animal Kingdom.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, overall, like, I wouldn't say Safari is one of my favorites. I mean, obviously, it's not in my top 10. But it is a cozy ride. Like, on an Animal Kingdom day, like, it's a fun little, like, break ride. And,
Yeah.
it is cool getting to look at the animals. And the people are usually really funny. Now, I saw a video once of Josh Gad doing, like, the voice for, like, one of the carts. And I was like, if I ever got on, like, one of the carts with Josh Gad, I would probably freak out. I'd be like, "Oh my god, it's Josh Gad!" But yeah, I don't know. It's a good ride. I can't say I'm mad at you for putting it in your top 10.
Didn't like nobody know it was him though?
Yeah, no one knew that it was Josh Gad. It was just him talking like a normal person, and people were like, "Oh, this guy's kind of funny."
Yeah, no, I saw all that stuff and I was like, I would die if I had Josh Gad. And I was surprised that nobody like recognized him. I was like, that's wild.
Yeah.
All right. What's your number 6?
Okay, number 6 is my other chill ride. I don't think. Yeah. Well, I guess I'll have another chill ride later, but this is like the main like my kind of coasting ride, and that's gonna be Haunted Mansion. Uh, Obviously, theming for Haunted Mansion is perfect. Honestly, I think like the ride itself, like the way you go through it, is pretty well done. It's like I would say Haunted Mansion and Pirates of the Caribbean are the two best like coasting rides. Ones where you just sit back, relax, and enjoy the actual theme. And I think in that case, theme is everything. And Haunted Mansion does it best. I mean, you go through, it tells the whole story really well. It's super cozy. The little booths are really nice, and overall, just fun. I mean, I don't get bored of it. I mean, you find a new thing to look at every time, and even the things that you do look at every time, it's always great. Like the little singing like heads at the end, like right like in the graveyard. Yeah, and then like when they have the hitchhiking ghost, I think all of that's great. It's definitely a great ride.
Did you send me the thing the other day that was like the storyline on Haunted Mansion or whatever?
I think you might have sent me that. Maybe
But it was,
I don't. I do remember seeing it though. One of us sent it to the
yeah.
other person.
Which I knew that once. So basically, when you're going through, when you get to Madame Leota, that's her like summoning the ghosts or whatever, so that you're able to see the ghosts, is basically what happens. But
Yeah,
then it was something about when you get to Constantine. Is it Constantine or Constance?
the
The
bride or whatever.
bride. She apparently the reason you fall backwards is because she cuts your head off or whatever. Like she's supposed
Yeah,
to have cut your head off and then you fall backwards and now you're a ghost. Um, I don't know. I
yeah,
was looking at that and I was like, oh,
yeah. Essentially, like it's like people who are alive can't see the ghosts, and so
right.
throughout the whole beginning, you see all this like stuff going on, like knocking and things moving around, lights flickering, and you don't see any ghosts until you get to Madame Leota. and she puts you in like this homeostasis or whatever, where you're like half undead but not really. And so you start being able to see the ghost, but the ghost can't see you. And then once you get to the bride, she cuts your head off. And then you can fully see the ghost, and that's when the ghost can see you and start interacting with you. And I think that, like, having someone explain that to me and, like, knowing that they went that into detail with the story without even, like, telling you that specifically, they were just like, let's see who notices this. That's super cool. I think that's a great way of, telling the story. So,
The bride scene was weird, but then once I found that out, I was like, oh, that makes so much more sense. Because I was always like,
yeah.
why is she important? Like, why is this important? But
Yeah.
it makes so much more sense when you realize that. Um, okay, my number 6 is Rise of the Resistance.
Boo! Star Wars
Okay,
don't belong on this list.
this is how rude. Uh, this is what I was talking about earlier, where I feel like it's like the detailing, the theming that they do, even when you just step off, like in the pre-show, when you step off of the ship and then you enter like the Star Destroyer and you see all of the stormtroopers lined up and like it literally looks like you're in outer space. That's
Yeah.
breathtaking. And then the actual ride itself, same thing. It's got all of these like theming things and small nuances, and it's just a gorgeous ride in general. Yes, it breaks down a lot. Yes, it has some things that worked at opening and don't work anymore, and so that's kind of frustrating. But in all, I do think it's a great attraction that they like. It was them taking the next step to the next great thing, right?
Yeah. I mean, I would say for any of the Star Wars rides, it would be Rise of Resistance that deserved to be in a top 10. Obviously, I'm not a huge fan of Star Wars. I do think that ride had a lot of good atmosphere and theming. And I love the mechanic that they're going with when it comes to like that ride and the Mickey and Minnie's ride. And like Ratatouille's is awful. I hate Ratatouille's. But that's
So
because that one makes me
it's
sick.
horrible.
Yeah. But that whole like mechanic of like style of ride, I think it's super cool, and I hope they continue to make more rides like that because it is very child friendly and it's also adult friendly. Like it's like a good mix
Yeah.
between the two, right? It's a good like a good middle ground. So
Yeah. All right. What's your number 5?
my number 5 is I think this might be oh no okay my number 5 is Mount Everest, other known as the Yeti ride. This ride is fantastic. Hey, remember, my top 8 are all stand rides. Like these are rides that, in a way, I guess could be interchangeable. Not really. That's why it's at number 5. I mean, this is one of the best thrill-seeking rides at Disney World, in my opinion. The way it goes super fast in general, but it also goes backwards. The Yeti story is super fun. I also love that in the Yeti shop they have pins related to the Yeti episode in the Mickey shorts because that was a hilarious episode. But I don't know. I mean, it's a good ride. It has great mechanics. I love the idea that you go backwards. I wish the Yeti still swiped at you because I bet that would be 10 times more terrifying and 10 times more fun. Um, but overall, great thrill-seeking ride, great theming. Can't really go wrong. And it's honestly, in my opinion, probably the best part of Animal Kingdom. Besides the Tusker House Buffet. That's probably my favorite part of Animal Kingdom now.
That's kind of fair.
and
That's pretty delicious.
and my catfish shark. He's pretty great too.
The darn catfish shark.
I forget what it's
Why
called.
did we spend like a week looking for that thing?
Hey, the Peroon catfish or Peroon shark or whatever. That's what it's called. But yeah,
Darn
that's a
catfish.
great fish.
Okay, well, enough about catfish. My my number 5 was the Haunted Mansion. So we were pretty close in ranking with that one.
Yeah.
It's a lot of the same stuff that you were talking about earlier. Like I love the theming, I love the storyline. It's a classic. It's relaxing. I just love that ride. I don't love where they put the Hatbox Ghost. That kind of frustrates me because it's like before you see Madame Leota, so it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
But other than that, I love it. It's a classic.
Classic.
All right,
You're
what's
so
your number 4?
classic. My number four is technically not a ride anymore, but it's Splash Mountain. So,
Mm,
I mean, Splash Mountain was my favorite ride growing up, always had been. Like, that was the ride that I would ride every time and would go multiple times on. Haley knows it, Papa Rhett knows it, everybody knows it.
we
I
got
love,
stuck on it.
yeah, we got stuck on it after riding it like 30 times and we had to listen to Zippity Doodah for 45 minutes. Um, and then they gave us free lightning lane passes, but we were leaving the next day, so it didn't even matter.
Yeah,
Um,
literally.
but yeah, that ride is great. I think that one for me is a little bit more nostalgia. But I did love the theming of Splash Mountain because I thought it was just goofy. Uh, and then, the ride itself is just super fun. I love going down the water ride slide, like whoosh. I haven't ridden Tiana's Bayou, but to be honest, I think I would love it more with the, Princess and the Frog theming. So I'm excited to ride it, and I think it'll probably be even better than I think it is now. So I'm excited. I'm really sad we didn't get to ride it last time, but to be fair, it was broken down and it was super long waits, and it
And it was super
didn't make.
cold. Like, I
Yeah, it
did
was
not
it
want
was
to ride
January.
that in cold.
Yeah,
Um, but I agree. I didn't put it on my list because because Splash Mountain's not there anymore and I haven't ridden Tiana's yet, so I didn't want to put it on my list. But I'm
yeah.
excited to ride Tiana's, like, especially when it's warmer out. It was just that would have been miserable doing it in the cold.
I mean, I probably still would have liked it, but I had to throw. That's why I named it Splash Mountain on my list, is because I was like, I haven't ridden Tiana's, but I
Yeah,
mean, you get the point. It really is a nostalgia thing. So I
yeah,
had to.
that's fair.
It would have been criminal if I wouldn't have put it in my top 10. So
Yeah. Okay, my number four is Tower of Terror.
yeah,
uh, which we've already talked about. But again, the theming, I mean, fantastic. Like, just the attention to detail, the fact that they went and, like, got a bunch of, like, furniture and things from antique stores that looked like it would have been there. And
yeah.
some of the spider webs and the dust are like, it's like legit because they just don't clean it, which is hilarious to me. Um, I don't know. I just love the theming. I think it's a fun ride. Yeah, it's pretty great. We already
Yeah.
talked a lot about it, so
All right.
all right.
For my
Top
number three.
three.
So top three. These are the best of the best. These are my top three favorite rides of all time. And unfortunately, my number three is a ride that is going away, and that is the Dino ride. I mean, this ride is just so funny. I mean, it's a hilarious story. The story itself is just so much fun. You're going dino hunting, uh, and every time like I've ridden it, it's just so much fun. Like I literally just like the way the cart moves is so exciting. The way it's like throwing you around, and the dinosaur pops up, and you're like, "Holy moly!" Like it's so much fun. And like obviously our whole family quotes it the entire time we're at Disney. Definitely not our dino. And
We're not gonna make it. We're not gonna make it.
yeah,
All the time.
yeah, it's just such a fun little ride, and I'm really sad it's going. I hope
Yeah.
Indiana Jones does it justice. I know it's in Disneyland and people already love it, but I just don't think it's gonna be as good as Dino.
Well, part of what makes Dino Dino is that it's actually just such a kind of not great attraction. Like, it's great. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. But, like, the way it's made, like, there's so many
Yeah,
just, like, black curtains. And then it's just like giant dinosaur, black curtains, giant dinosaur. Like,
yeah, that's fair.
it's
Um,
campy. That's what Jack just said. It's campy. Like, that's a good way
yeah,
to describe it. Like, that's part of why you love it so much.
yeah,
I don't know. So I feel like Indiana Jones will be cool, but it won't be as, like, I'm not gonna want to
nostalgic.
quote Dr. Seeker every 5 seconds like I do with Dino.
Yeah,
I know, it's so
so
sad.
sad. Anyways,
Moment, moment of silence for Dino. Okay, we're done. That's really good. Oh. Okay, my number three. You're not going to agree with this, but it has a nostalgic place in my heart. I absolutely love it. It's Thunder Mountain Railroad.
okay. I mean, I can't be mad. Like, I wanted to put Thunder Mountain in my top 10, but I had other options. So, but I
That's
don't
fair.
blame you.
It's like it was like one of my first roller coasters that I vividly remember loving, like when I was little, and like I had a little T-shirt that said Thunder Mountain Railroad that I used to wear all the time to like kindergarten and stuff, and I was like, "Yay! The wildest ride in the wilderness!" Like I love that ride, but
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, I only put one mountain in my list because there's Thunder Mountain, Space Mountain, Splash Mountain.
yeah,
Splash Mountain was like the most nostalgic out of the three. Space
yeah,
Mountain's terrifying. It's fun, but it's terrifying. And then
true.
Thunder Mountain just kind of thrashes me around and it kind of hurts. So
I love
I had to
Thunder
pick my
Mountain when
one.
it does the like spin when you're going down and then like it throws you up and down. Oh, I love it. Space Mountain, I'm like, I feel like my spine is permanently removed from my body after Space
Yeah,
Mountain. So
yeah,
I don't know. As I'm getting older, I'm like, ugh, I can't do it anymore.
yeah. But I think everybody has their favorite mountain ride. Like out of those
Yep,
three, they all have their specific favorite, and it's
that's fair.
all based on just like how they grew up going to Disney.
Yeah,
And so, I mean, I don't judge anybody for picking any of those three. Like those three are all solid rides. I just think everybody has their favorite out of the three.
that's
So
fair. That's fair. All right, what's
that's
your
all.
number two?
My number two, this one you mentioned earlier, is Toy Story Mania.
That's your number two?
Yeah,
No
I think
way.
I think this ride is one of the best rides that come out recently. I think it's so much fun. Like
That's wild.
it takes the shooter roller coaster ride to a whole nother level.
That's fair.
You know, I think the way you pull it, just boom, 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 boom. Like I think it works so well. I think that it's so cool how many like little mini Easter eggs they have, and I think it really like the tracking is really done well. So like, because like the Buzz Lightyear ride is great, but the tracking is so bad. Like if the tracking wasn't as bad, I think that would be a
Yeah,
great ride and might even make my
yeah,
top 10.
that's
But
fair.
Toy Story Mania pretty much took the Buzz Lightyear ride and perfected it and made it a million times better. And I think I could ride that ride a million times and never get tired of it. Like I really
Yeah.
do think that that's the case. So
I
number
think
two,
that's a very fair point. Like the way that it actually works, like it's the only like shooter game that I have ever played at any
yeah,
of the amusement parks that actually works. Like
yeah,
every single time you ride it, it works
yeah.
correctly.
And that's
Um, it's
like
awesome.
I understand with like the shooter rides, like tracking can be hard because you're moving, the targets are moving, you're having to like take multiple carts and put them in front of different screens. Like that is a
Yeah,
hard thing to really nail down, and I think they just did it. Like they did it so well.
yeah,
So that's why it's my number two.
I agree. I agree. All right, my number two. We talked about it earlier. It's Expedition Everest.
Yeah,
I love
that's a
that
good
ride. It's so fun. And when it
one.
throws you backwards, like I know it's coming, but it gets me every single time.
Yeah,
I love the Yeti. I just think it's such a fun ride, and it's a longer coaster too, which I think is awesome. And the
yeah.
fact that it's in Animal Kingdom, because I feel like Animal Kingdom gets so much like hate
Hate.
that's
Yeah,
not deserved. Like, yes, it's very, very hot, and yes, it's not like they try to stick to what Animal Kingdom was made for, right? Which is the animals. And so they don't do, fireworks and there's not a ton of IP, which I love. I don't know. I just love that ride. I think it really brings something to Animal Kingdom. And it's like an original storyline, right? Like they didn't try to pull it from an IP or something like that. Like it's you are climbing Mount Everest and you're gonna see a Yeti, and I just think it's so fun. I love it. I love that ride.
yeah. I mean, the way I would put it is like the way I would think about it is in general, Disney is a company that's based off of movies and TV shows, right? Like it's a very digital based company. And I feel like when you're looking at people who have hobbies that are, related to Disney and stuff, they're definitely more left brain stimulated, so more artistic, more mathematic, more science driven. And so that's why I think like things like Epcot and Hollywood Studios are so I mean, even Magic Kingdom. I think those three are so popular because those are very left brain driven,
Yeah.
while Animal Kingdom is that right brain side where it's like oh, you have history and culture and animal study. Like it's very right brain focused, and I just don't think Disney fans are made for that. Now, don't get me wrong. I think it's fantastic, and I think they do incorporate a lot of parts that are still stimulating for people who are left brain driven. But like, I think that's how I would put it. But yes, Yeti Ride is a fantastic thing that makes Animal Kingdom work. So,
Yeah, that makes sense. And I feel like for me, just knowing that, like, I think this is that park might be the closest to what Walt Disney really wanted from the park. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
Magic Kingdom's kind of steered away from what it really was meant to be. Same with Hollywood Studios. Epcot
and
really
Epcot
wasn't what it was
especially.
supposed to be. Animal Kingdom is the only one that, like, that was his vision, right?
Yeah,
And so I think that's where it has that special place in my heart.
yeah. Now I will
All
say,
Epcot's got is living with the land.
yeah, and Mission Space and Space Bar 220. And those are like the worst parts. See, that's the thing, is like I don't think Disney is doing wrong by not really following what Walt
I
Disney
agree.
envisioned. Because like I
I
think
agree.
they're making good choices. It is a little sad that it's not what Walt Disney pictured for Disney
Yeah.
World, because like, it's his world, it's his creations, and like, but I mean, at the end of the day, if he like you really followed the path that he wanted, I don't think it like if you didn't have the Country World Showcase, like I don't think Epcot would be nearly as popular as it is.
So
You know what I mean? Like I think that makes Epcot.
Epcot.
Um,
Yeah.
but yeah,
No, I
I don't know.
agree. I love the World Showcase.
It's awesome. It's so awesome.
And like as a kid, you're like, man, this is lame. And then you get older and you're like, oh, this is fantastic.
Yeah. I'm like, wow, let's drink around the world. Let's
Exactly.
go party.
Literally. Let's go
Uh,
to the Japan store.
I want
Like,
to eat everything in every country. This is so exciting.
exactly. I just
Yeah,
want to spend all my money. Like, why is
exactly.
that all Epcot is? All right, I'm guessing we have the same number one, so I feel like we should say it at the same time.
Oh, yeah, I was about to say, we definitely do. All
Are
right,
you
ready?
ready? Three,
Three,
two,
two, one.
one.
Guardians of
Guardians
the
of the
Galaxy.
Galaxy, Cosmic Rewind.
I'll let
Obviously,
you talk
number
about it
one.
first. Yeah,
I mean, I don't even think anyone could argue that it's not the top ride at Walt Disney World. Like,
yeah,
it's phenomenal. I get that some people get motion sickness, but I don't know. It's the newest ride system, the newest ride innovations. It's fun, it's funny. The fact that you get a different song every time is fantastic. When you get
yeah.
September, it's like life changing, but I don't know. It's just the best.
Yeah, I mean, I think the only reason people would put anything above Guardians of the Galaxy would be because of like nostalgia. Like that's the only reason I think you could put it, because it's got the
Yeah.
thrill, it's got the theming and story. I think the three most important parts of a ride are theme, thrill, and rewritability, right? Like the ability to just keep getting on it and writing it over and over again. I think
Yeah.
the song choice, like being able to get different songs each time, really helps the like ability to write it over and over again. Um, I think the story is awesome. Like you're literally like fighting this galactic beast, and they're just cracking jokes the whole time. Like it makes you feel like you're actually in the Guardians of the Galaxy movie. You're riding with them, and you're like, "Get that big old monster, take it
Yeah.
down!" And they're just zipping around, and you feel the air blowing on you, and you're like, "Oh, I'm just riding through space." Like
Yeah.
it's a phenomenal ride. Like
It's
that
so
was
good.
one of the best rides. Like I mean, I haven't ridden every single amusement ride in like the world, but I would honestly expect that it would be my favorite ride in the world. Like I don't see how anything could beat it. Maybe Monsters Unleashed, like that you gave some pretty good points on the why, like that would be a great ride. But I've also heard it's not the best, so I'm not going to
It
say it.
it's fantastic. It's fun. It doesn't have the thrill aspect.
Okay. Then
Yeah.
yeah, I don't expect anything to beat it. I mean,
So
who knows? Maybe once we start going to more theme parks, maybe it'll blow
yeah,
me. Something will blow
I
me
would
away.
like the thing that makes it right is it's that thrilling coaster, but it's also got this theming. And so the fact that it's indoors the whole time and it's dark ride
Yeah.
makes it so much better, right? Like it adds that extra element to it. And I feel like just Lucas trying to make his presence known. Um,
Yeah.
but like if I think about the rides at Epic, right? Like Monsters Unchained. Is it Monsters Unchained or Monsters Unleashed? I'm second guessing myself
Oh,
now.
Monsters
I think it's Mon-
Unchained.
Is it okay?
Monsters Unleashed is
Um,
that Scooby Doo movie. My bad. My bad.
I mean, if there was a Monsters Unleashed ride
Wait,
that was Scooby Doo themed, that'd be a
could
whole other
Scooby Doo be
story.
introduced at Universal? Is that like a possibility? No, because that's Warner
No.
Bros. That's what's it called?
Yeah.
Six
Yeah.
Flags.
Yeah.
Oh my
Um,
god! If Six
but
Flags ever made a Monsters Unleashed ride,
it
holy
would
crap!
be
It could make
epic.
its way.
But Monsters Unchained, like the theming's fantastic, the ride's fun, but it is missing that like thrilling aspect. Like it's not a coaster, right? You're on like
Okay.
the arm or whatever.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
and then like Stardust Racers, I think coaster wise, it blows Guardians out of the water. But theming wise, storyline wise, I think Guardians has it beat. And so it's just depends on what you're really like what's really important to you, I guess. But I don't know, I love Guardians, especially when you get September. That's I mean,
Yeah.
it's such a fun ride.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I think the part that makes it like there's a lot of rides that I do think beat it in terms of thrill. Like, I think one ride that has so much potential is Rock and Roller Coaster. I mean, that is such a great thrill
Yeah.
ride, but the theming has just never been it for me. Like, I don't think Aerosmith as a theme was ever that great, and I
Oh
don't
my
think Muppets
gosh,
is going to
get
be any
out.
better. Like,
Removed
you
from the
could,
podcast.
you shut your
I'm
mouth.
just kidding. It's just me.
See, like, imagine, like, I've seen people like I saw this one TikTok video where they did like, oh, these are what I think Rock and Roller Coaster should be rethemed as instead of the Muppets.
Yeah.
And one of them was Phineas and Ferb roller coaster, and like they play like Phineas and Ferb song. Like I think that I know that would be very niche, but I
Yeah.
think that has such good potential.
But I mean, that ride and that setup that they have would be perfect for like the Emperor's like an Emperor's New Groove coaster, like for an Yzma and
Yeah,
Kronk.
it
That
really
would
would.
be the perfect setup. Like you just have to retheme it.
Yeah, or even like no, I mean I think Emperor's New Groove would be pretty perfect, honestly.
Yeah, and they have that villains show right there, so like it totally would have
Wait,
made sense.
1 second. I have to look something up.
I don't know. What are you looking up? Do I even want to know?
Yeah, yeah, I'm sure I'm gonna talk about it.
Oh gosh, now I'm scared.
Uh, I don't know what Columbia Pictures is, but Shark Boy and Lava Girl, that'd be so funny.
Oh gosh. Boo.
What do you
Dream,
mean?
dream, 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 dream.
Close your eyes, shut your mouth, dream a dream to get us out. Dream, dream,
Dream,
dream,
dream,
dream,
dream,
dream,
dream,
dream.
dream, dream.
I, I don't even know what that would belong to. I think classic movies like that would be funny.
Oh gosh. Yeah, no. I'm gonna veto that one for
Yeah, that's
Disney.
not Disney. That's not Disney.
Oh my gosh. I don't know. I feel like there are so many more better options than Muppets, but whatever. They're doing Muppets. Whatever Imagineer made that decision. Boo.
Oh.
You know what I'm surprised? We neither of us put Flight of Passage.
That one, okay, I will say, I thought about it. I really did. It's a cool ride, and I think like the visuals are amazing. Visuals are amazing. It usually does feel pretty good because they blow some air on you and throw water at you. But
Yeah.
every time I ride that ride, I get a little sick, and I'm like, and the ride is a little, bumpy and stuff. I think it'd be
Yeah.
way cooler if like they did something where it's like an actual moving coaster or like
Yeah.
found a way to better immerse the rider in the actual world. You know what I mean?
Changed the footage. Like
Like
I
each
want
time.
it to not necessarily each time, but maybe every now and then. Like they just released that new movie, so I was hoping they were gonna do like some underwater stuff or something like that, and have like a
Yeah,
second track, like a second programming, I guess, or something like that.
that would be
But
cool.
I don't know. It's kind of old at this point.
Yeah, I mean, you do the same thing over and over again. I mean, I will say,
Yeah.
like, I think, like, with how long of a ride it is, I think it does have some leeway with it being the same story every time.
Yeah.
Because, with it being longer, you kind of notice something new every time. Like, I still get excited when like, you go into the cave and there's all those glowing mushrooms and glowing algae or whatever.
Yeah.
And I always get excited to ride next to that giant whale that jumps out. But
Right.
I think overall, it's a good ride, but doesn't compare to a lot of the other ones we had in our top tens. So,
That's fair. Yeah. Um. Any other honorable mentions or things you want to add?
uh, I mean, trying to think. I mean, I do love the Finding Nemo ride. That one's a good one. I
Oh,
mean,
I love the Finding Nemo ride.
theme and nostalgia couldn't really save it there. I mean, it's a pretty short
Yeah.
ride. It's not really anything exciting.
I
So,
really want to take Lucas on that one now that he's obsessed with fish.
yeah.
Fish? Where'd he go?
I'm allergic to H2O.
He's hiding behind my chair and it's making me nervy. Oh, there he goes.
The other day, I was talking about like something with someone else, and I quoted the part where like Bruce smells the blood and he goes, "Ooh, that's good," and then I went,
Yeah.
"Intervention!" and no one got it, so that was
I
really
would have
sad.
got it. I would have got
Intervention!
it.
I think. Oh man, I love that movie.
It's so good.
So,
Lucas has been watching Finding Dory a lot, which is
that's a,
also a great movie.
yeah.
And he gets really excited. He goes, fish, fish, fish.
I remember when I was like a sophomore in high school, me and dad, we were doing CrossFit and he was making me go to like the early classes. And so for like a
Yeah.
whole summer, we would wake up at like 4 a.m. to go to these 5 a.m. classes. He would, on the way home, he would buy me a French toast bagel from Einstein Bros Bagel, and then I would watch Finding Dory and pass out. And that was it's a great summer, honestly.
What a good time.
Yeah.
Uh, okay. Now that we've gotten totally off topic, anything
Yeah.
else you'd like to tell the listeners this week?
No, I mean, if you guys have any more ideas for podcast episodes, for daily mini game episodes, for pin talk episodes, like whatever you guys want to see, like leave comments on our TikToks, leave comments on our Instagram. I don't think you can make comments on Spotify, SoundCloud, or Apple, but yeah,
Let us
I
know.
just
You got my contact info, so
yeah,
hit a sister up. Um, but yeah, thank you all so much for listening. We hope you enjoyed it. Like Owen said, if there's any that we missed that you're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this wasn't in your top 10, let us know. We'd love to hear what you all think. If you agree with our opinions, disagree with our opinions, I mean, that's what makes a podcast fun, is talking about things and disagreeing with each other, but agreeing on other things. So it's always nice to hear other opinions, right? And the more open-minded we can be, the better. So
yeah.
yeah, let us know. Let me know if you are laughing at me.
So I was just gonna say this was a very cordial episode considering how we usually are with our like we usually disagree a lot more, but I feel like we agreed a lot more often in this episode. So anyway.
So true. Very true. Let me know if you'd like help planning your next Disney or Universal vacation. I'd be happy to help. My email is haley.ragsdale@academytravel.com, or you can reach out to me at my Instagram handle, Haley Ragsdale Travel. Owen's at Owen_Rederer. Until next time, bye-bye.
See y'all.